marker on the grain trailer because they don't go through farmyards. And obviously the idea would be is, okay, I can send the grain cart off to the farm and unload into the silo whilst the harvester transitioned, and then get the grain cart to meet the harvester at the new field. But I'd probably have to drive the grain carts. And if I got a couple of grain carts, we still have Follow Me, so I can have all of the grain carts following me, and hopefully the harvester coping with a intrafield transit. But again, I tend to group my fields, so if I've got 3 fields in a cluster, they will be growing the same product. I'm not going to have, some oil seed fields in the north end of the map and some on the south end of the map, because I don't really want the harvester travelling all that distance. It's just, easier to do it one way. What direction am I driving? 180-ish, okay. It's probably time for another observable check on the field to see how the little green dots are doing. Looks like there's nothing in front of me. I might be driving diagonally and missed, gone over the same bit twice or 3 times or 4 times, so whatever. But at least we've now dealt with the weeds. I don't expect to see weeds again. I am going to have to look at what the weed control environmental score says about my farm now. And we'll go straight down here at about 359-ish. Go. I'm not sure the weed part of the environmental score actually updates until we harvest. Some do, some don't. So you can actually see the tire tracks in the distance. Not so much up close. Now we are running on narrows, so there is no crop destruction going on here. Also, the crop is young enough you can actually drive over this with balloon tyres with wheel weights and not damage anything. I think there was talk about there being soil compaction included in precision farming, but I'm not sure that's actually a thing yet. Maybe we'll find out. Anyway, we're getting up to the awkward part of the field, so yeah, we've got a thing going on at church this week every night. So as far as if Maypole Farm gets released during the week, I'm not going to have any time to set up gameplay by next weekend. So I'll have to hold off downloading the update because it needs a new save, and if I do download the update then this game save won't work, so that would be a bad thing. I was kind of hoping it would update this week, but it looks like we had Cavalier Roy in on Saturday just at the end of the stream last week, and he said that he'd got word from Giants that they had finished testing but they hadn't told him whether it passed or failed, and he wouldn't hear that till Monday. Now on Monday it dropped from their currently in testing list and also didn't release, so the assumption there is it didn't pass testing. Obviously not sure why. And it was back on the test list by Wednesday, but again they haven't finished testing it, so maybe we'll receive an update this week to say whether they have finished testing or whether the testing is still ongoing. I am going to have to look at the field map now. Oh, saving content, and a little patch there and a little patch over there. So let's see if we can figure all that out. I do have the lights on, but unfortunately we're now at the point of the day. It seems weeding at 7 o'clock in the morning was probably the best thing to do here, because it did provide very good contrast between the weeds and the crop, which is not so obvious now. I think if I stay here, we're approximately, well, we're a little less than the width of the weeder from the edge of the field. And I can cut back that way. I think that got all of them. Yes, that side of the field. So we just got a couple of patches around the entrance, and I will take this hoe back to the store because we're not going to need it till kind of next year. As I said, I'm not seeing weeds on grass fields so much. Now, I'm not so much aware, you know, within map making, I've noticed we were using the Agricem subsoiler and got an absolute metric ton of stones on our grass field. But Arthur was using the same subsoiler on his farm and did not seem to get as many rocks. So I don't know whether that's a factor of there's something on the map definition that affects quantity of rocks or stuff like that directly in front of me. Yeah, there seems to be some level of inconsistency with the amount of rocks that are produced on a field. Looks like there's kind of a row here. A little bit on that top edge just as it turns away from the road. Actually, looks like there's a little bit there. Yeah, that's the little bit I was thinking. Okay, just as it turns away from parallel with the entrance, so that should be done. I need to lift that off the ground. So I'm not seeing, well, yeah, there's a couple of patches of green over there we missed. But this field, absolutely nothing. And we didn't plough that corner, and there's a little dot over there that we didn't plough. I wasn't sure whether that was plough or stones, because unfortunately a lot of these things use the same colours, and the result of that means that you're using the select view a lot more frequently. as I said, I forgot to roll those wheat fields, and obviously, well, we didn't have a roller. It was a conscious decision not to roll the fields. I don't have a roller. I don't have the money to spare on, what is essentially a very low boost to production. What's yield? But we will do what we can. So December, we got 3 months to work through. We are probably just going to sleep through a lot of it. Oh, there was a mod drop today. A new Brazilian farm, which includes coffee and a bunch of equipment, which off of a new brand. I presume the brand is a Brazilian brand, and it includes a coffee harvester in the style of the grape and olive harvesters that are already in the game, except it only works on coffee. Now, I don't know if coffee is built the same way as grapes and olives. I would assume it is, and it's an addition to orchards in the construction menu. That might be an interesting thing to take a look at. Okay, here we are. I think I need to get out. That would be a plan. And didn't look what's for sale. What the heck is that? That's a sugar beet cart. That's kind of cool. Hey, we're not into sugar beets yet, but that's kind of cool. Okay. Leasing. There we go. And we've had that for 0.6 hours. That's the thing. Get that returned. Okay, so that was that. And there's really nothing for us to do on the farm until March. The barley's just going to grow. There is, as I said, one ploughing contract. I was reading some comments on Virtual Farmers. Was it Virtual Farmers? No. It was Virtual Farmer. His last Obey video, he managed to get himself a harvest contract. Now, it would appear that harvest contracts appear at midnight and then disappear within seconds afterwards. So the only way to get harvesting contracts is to be awake at midnight. As soon as the contracts are generated, pick the ones you want to do, and then sleep till morning or something. But effectively, there's no easy way to grab harvesting contracts at the moment. It appears to be some sort of bug. Baling contracts, not a problem. Baling contracts generated at midnight, it'll stay for a few days. But apparently harvesting contracts, these farmers are really keen to get their crops in, and they don't wait for anybody to respond to the contract request. Or in other words, if you sleep till 7 o'clock in the morning, you've missed them all. So that might be a thing I need to do, and I'm guessing it's a bug. But it's going to have to be something that if you want to do harvesting contracts, we're going to have to finagle the world to get them. Now, I don't have to worry for now because the next harvesting contracts aren't going to be until August, but during the month of August, September, October, probably November, if we are open to doing a contract, we will need to... potatoes. We will need to make sure we do those. Okay, seeds 905, water 9,845, and we have 2,000 potatoes in the deck. So, unfortunately, my grain trailer is still in use. What I might do is clean up the tractor a little bit and check these first. Fermenting 95%, so they've cleared about 2% in the last couple of hours. Primarily I'm just wanting to get the windshield clean so I can get a clear view out of it. Okay, that'll do. So I'm guessing probably 2 o'clock this afternoon this will all be ready. Go 240, go 360. 360 is the fastest. We're already at 96%. So we'll just watch the bales ferment. 98. Oh, we might be done by lunch. Or not. 99. Go, go, go. Okay, we have silage. And that did look like it was drifting a bit. I left the tractor on for that time. Okay. Oh, we still actually have some grass on there. Okay. Wow, this is heavy. Gee. Okay. I think this tractor's still running 150 horsepower. Okay, there is diesel in the tank, so that's a good thing. Okay. And this would, yeah, we've only got 150 horsepower. Um, 160 is 5,000, 175 is 2,500. I'm thinking 175, which is 12,500. It's probably something we can do. The other thing I did want to check is what's the orange tractor in this range? M7, 128 to 168. That's low. It's also cheaper. Yeah. And then the M8 is 180 to 200. Not sure if that takes a front load. Oh, it does take a front loader. But that's very pricey, especially if you go for the big engine. We're up to 177 with the front loader, 178. See, it's a little bit big for what I was looking, I think. And as I said, the M7 only goes up to 168, which is 18 more than we're running on this one. And then in the small tractor range, the M6 runs 140, well, way too small for our farm. Anyway, we have refueled our tank, and we are slowly converting the grass over to silage as we drive. Now, the question is where are we actually going with this, and will we get there? Yeah. Silage. Right there. Biogas plant is the place to be. Now, not the bestest of price, actually. We're in December. It's adequate. And quite frankly, we kind of need the money. Do I have my orange flashing lights on? I do indeed. Now, as I said, I'm kind of hoping to be able to put 2 bunkers in there if they're provided as construction objects on the new map. Oh, this is not good. Of course, what I could do is run down to the store, get an engine upgrade, and come back. That would probably be quicker. Oh, the other thing I wasn't looking at was were the wheels slipping. Because we are running narrows. And that can cause a lack of traction when hauling a heavy load. I think our problem at the moment is horsepower. It's a shame. I was kind of hoping to make it to the store and or to the BGA, sell the bales and then go to the store and upgrade the tractor, but I really don't think we're going to make the climb out of the farm to the top of the hill we just crested. And then I think here we go downhill, which, okay, we do that, but I think there's another climb up past the trees ahead, which again I don't think we're going to make. Now, of course, the next question is, do I just go 200 horsepower and just go with it? Now, when we reboot the series following the map update, I may switch to a different tractor, just because I'm overusing this one. I've had about 4 game saves where this has been my main tractor, this being the 4th one, and I should, consider using other options. Unfortunately, I don't think the New Holland T7 isn't an option because it doesn't do front loader stuff. If I could have afforded a tractor and a telehandler, then I wouldn't be so worried about having front loader options on a tractor. But that's the thing. That's the service point. kind of think the service point, well, no, that's not a service area. I guess, yeah, I would normally assume something like that would be the service area. But they dump us around the side, so whatever. Okay, I want to customize. Oh, do I go 25,000? That's expensive. 17.5 or 12.5. I'm kind of hoping 12.5 will work for us. We'll leave the narrows on for now. And attach the safety weight to the front. Oh, I suppose, yeah, having the engine on is a good plan. Now, arguments for upgrading the engine. We could have bought this with the biggest engine. We've never got below, the biggest engine would have cost us an extra 25,000, but we've never had less than 25,000 cash. So it's not like we hit a point where we wouldn't have been able to do something else because we spent the money on the engine. But generally I don't like upgrading the engine on a tractor. I would usually get rid of the tractor. We're already at 12.8 hours, so yeah, 50 hours time, into a tractor, I may say, okay, this tractor is inadequate for our needs, or no longer part of our needs, and I would sell it and buy a more appropriate tractor for the needs. Typically, I'd be looking at sort of a big tractor with a big engine, and probably swap this one out for a smaller tractor with a small engine. Now, 150 horsepower, this tractor was perfectly suited. I mean, the option we had for a small sort of fieldwork tractor, which did all the spraying and basically permanently had narrow tyres and all the stuff needed for spraying and other light work around the farm, was the Valtra G, which is 145 horsepower, and that did us well. Never needed a bigger engine, never needed anything different. So it's not like 150 horsepower for the farm's small tractor is a bad thing. But as a big tractor, we do need something a little bit more functional. Now, once we get to the point where maybe I do want a bigger tractor, a big tractor and a small tractor, I may look at this and say, well, I don't really need this one anymore. But,